The mountains were calling and I had to go. Well, specifically the Himalayas. Let me take you on a long drive to see and know more of Ladakh. Ladakh lies to the northernmost part of India. It was a part of Jammu Kashmir but now is a union territory since 31st October 2019. It consists of two districts, Kargil and Leh. And yeah, I too thought Kargil was in Kashmir. Dras is the first town of Ladakh you enter when coming from Srinagar, and the convoy of army trucks passing is a common sight in Ladakh. The Srinagar-Leh highway is numbered as NH1. Dras is the world's second coldest inhabited place and is also called as a gateway to Ladakh. Since this part is closer to Kashmir, the mountains are a little green, but when we go more towards Leh, the mountain becomes barren and some even have interesting colors. The Kargil War Memorial is built by the Indian Army to commemorate the 1999 Kargil War between India and Pakistan, where around 500 Indian soldiers lost their lives fighting for the nation. While we are on the road, let me give you some on-the-road tips. 1. Truck drivers may spit outside, so be careful while overtaking. 2. Wear something to cover your nose and mouth, preferably ears too. 3. Listen to some Buddhist prayer songs while in the car, it feels soothing. 4. If a polluting vehicle goes ahead of you, it will irritate the entire landscape viewing experience, so either stay ahead of the truck or overtake them. Road repairing works are a common sight and can halt your travel for some time, if you're lucky, even for hours. So add some buffer time while planning your travel by road. Ladakh starts after crossing the police checkpost at Mughalpura at the border of Jammu and Kashmir, and on the way to Dras, you'll also see the work going on for the tunnel project between Srinagar and Leh, which when completed will provide uninterrupted road connectivity from Srinagar to Leh. Just to give a background, there are two roads to enter Ladakh. One is from Srinagar and the other is from Manali, and both the roads are closed in the winter season due to the snow. We are moving towards Kargil town, which is some 60 kilometers from Dras. A driver from Leh is not allowed to drive in certain areas of Kargil. So if you want to extensively roam in Kargil, take a local taxi from Kargil. According to the locals, the name Kargil comes from the word Gar and Gil, which means meeting point for anyone to come and stay. 5 different paths connect at Kargil, one from Srinagar, one from Leh, one from Zanskar, one from Hundurman, and one from Aryan Valley. We can spend 2 to 5 nights in Kargil as we have a few things to do here. Excursion to Suru Valley is one thing you don't want to miss, which I missed. In summers, daylight stays almost till 8 pm and sun rises around 5 am. Quite a few hotels in Kargil may not serve or entertain alcohol, so if you want to drink, get your own stock and drink inside your room. We stayed at The Kargil, a hotel built in the place of a bombed house. The bunker used to escape the bomb strikes during the Kargil war is still preserved in the hotel compound. one of the Pakistani bombshell that fell in the area. Munshi Aziz Bhatt Museum in Kargil showcases the history of Central Asia and the importance of Kargil in it. We are on the way to Hundurman, the last village of India on the line of control in Kargil, in a local taxi. Prior to the 1971 war, Hundurman was occupied by Pakistan and now is with India. The people here still have relatives on the other side whom they can't meet by just walking down the valley, as they now have country borders in between. On the top there is a point where a man rents out binoculars to see the border and the army bunkers of both sides. Some of the army bunkers are very high up in the mountains. We can also see a deserted village on the Pakistani side, and if lucky, one can hear firing practice of the soldiers, which also makes you shit scared. At some places the roads are a little dangerous, especially the curves, but the local drivers easily drive on it. A car falling from here will seem like an eraser falling from a desk. Hundurman is 10 kilometers from Kargil, and the entire excursion can be a 2-hour affair. The massive mountains will make one feel really humble. The present Hundurman village is almost at the base of the mountain, and the people here work as porters for the Indian Army. This was the actual village, which is now deserted. Some left for better prospects and some left after the Kargil war. There is a museum here which showcases the Pakistani army's equipments like water bottle, first aid kit, etc. and also the bombshells. Just above the old Hundurman village, there is an army post where we went and had a chat with the army men. Even though there is no war going on, they have to be always ready for one and have to keep on training. Since the post seemed to be isolated, I asked one of the army men how much time it will take for a backup to arrive if there was an attack. He said 5 to 10 minutes, and which is really amazing given the terrain. We are now heading towards Lamayuru. The distance between Kargil and Lamayuru is some 100 kilometers and can be reached in 3 hours, as the roads are mostly smooth. On the way, there is a place called Mulbek, which is famous for its monastery. It's some half an hour from Kargil. Like we see coconut trees in all the directions when in Kerala, in Ladakh it's mountains in all the directions. With the blue sky, white clouds, light brown mountains and dark grey road, the drive is a pretty scenic one. Getting a lift on the highway is a difficult task. Mostly only the army trucks stop to give you a lift. The scenic landscape and the long drives through them is what etches Ladakh to your mind. You can literally stop your car anywhere on the way and enjoy the view.